I'll add it to the queue. And then maybe the farm automation as well, actually. Urge to buy Turkey Rising. Rival colonies contribute to terraforming? No, I believe you're the only one. And there's a bit of an issue with terraforming in that, like, if you're looking to max everything out just for the, not this, but the final milestone here of, like full vegetation terraforming, the vegetation is really slow. Because you get up to 40% from just, like, your seeds and stuff, but after that, it's only space missions. There's a mod that someone made it so you can keep going to 100% from your plantations. Even then, it's kind of slow, but at least it doesn't just stop, which could otherwise be very frustrating. Ask an explorer to go over there, please. I can't build the drone homes yet, right? But I did send one. Still, we've got good coverage there. Okay, we don't actually cover the metal mine, which we're probably going to want to do. This is Vista, which is nice. Yeah, we're half an hour over our normal time here. So you can come and drop this off here.
Anomaly. The analysis tells us that we found iridium-rich sulfides. That's a real rarity on Earth.
10% discount to physics techs. It is really nice to get those. Just need a little more concrete, which should be coming. I have a mod that adds workshops that helps the vegetation over 40%. Oh, that would be alright too. Yeah, you want to avoid having your colonists like work or be entertained in different domes. But you can still put up the passages, and it's still good because it still enables certain things. But ideally, you still mostly want to design your domes to be sort of generally self-sufficient. I guess I can name it now. Where's Buff? Oh, Buff for BCS. I'll write it this way again. You are ready to kick off. Is there another anomaly you could just go for? It's Project Pharaoh, RC Commander. On Mars, many interesting things get you killed. I'm sure it's fine. Oh yeah, you're gonna have to unload the rare metals. Oh well. Domes without light support. Yeah. We're gonna wrap up the stream very soon. Get you across that way. So with this new dome, can we get farming stats? Oh, right, I don't actually have the farming tech yet. Nearly there. Yes, it's totally on purpose. The Rocket of Heaven was sent to us by Gob. It was originally a typo. It's like an elevated typo. There's a TV trope, it's like elevated something. I don't remember what it is. Elevated fan theory? I don't know, something like that. So it's like this is our elevated typo. God doesn't make mistakes, so clearly it was intended to be that way all along. Got a couple of you in there. So services, infirmary for sure. Lots of reasons why we need to make sure there's infirmaries. We don't have a space bar in here, right? So we will put one in here. So some alcoholics can make the trip. It's not ideal, but it'll have to do. And then a grocer over there that fits in nicely. We got a diner. Hold off on security stations for now. Nursery, and I will get a playground and put you in like this, and then it leaves a little gap here for potential, more passages. Although it wouldn't surprise me if we're gonna stay with just these two domes for a while. So you're back, cryo sleep. Oh, more colonists per rocket. So we really don't need, as the Church of New York, that much of the extra space on rocket technology, mostly because we're so good at making our own babies. We might just save up for our geoscape dome as a next thing. I don't know. Well, you do have to start some landscaping at some point. Keep our drones busy. Idle hands are the devil's playthings. Lucifer. Yeah, machine parts factory. Yes, good point. That was the plan. We do have one. That's gonna go there. We need a couple other things. I need dome, passage, ramp, like that, just to make sure it doesn't block things. We need, do I have another Universal Depot over here? Maybe on the other side. Let me do that. Put a Universal Depot right over there. I'll leave it at 3 for now. That's going to be okay. We'll have a food storage sort of in between these two. So depending on the ranch / farm cycling. Great, so if we take a look at wheat. Growth times 2 souls. Okay, so this is, let's call it, so 8.5 food per soul. So it's definitely less than a turkey's, although it happens a little more consistently. This will go up as the fertility of the land goes up. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to queue up a couple of soybeans in here. This will also raise the fertility. Oh yeah, sorry, the optimal number is not accurate. 40 over 5 souls, yeah, okay. Soybeans don't give you as much food, but they raise the soil quality. If we can get this up to 100%. Then when you get to 100%, either you just have it just do wheat, or you have it alternate between potatoes and soybeans, which I think has a slightly higher yield. Alright, you're there, you're this. We need some extra people, but I'm sending you to do a thing. You're still loading, not unloading, which is fine. The RC commander just came back, that's alright. Buildings aren't working over here because they don't have people, but that's fine too. Resources are currently, I mean, we don't have excess water, but we do actually have excess water because these are not pumping at their full capacity. So that's good. Lots of extra oxygen. Mostly a storage question now, so we may want to store some over here. What I might want to do is just... just do this. They'll probably connect in some way later on, but for now, just in case this dome gets disconnected from things, water tank, oxygen tank, and a couple of batteries. Researching big dome. The researching part is easy because it got randomized that it's pretty early on in the queue. It's the construction that's going to be a giant question mark. So machine parts are low. I don't think we're close to starting to build that yet, but it's going to be okay. Refilling and doing this, yeah. We just need the fuel to hit. Hold on. We have stored power. We don't have a disconnect. We have stored power, but you're complaining you don't have power. When they're in low priority, do they not take battery power? No. I clearly must have been reading something wrong, but I don't know what it is, so we're just going to have to put up with it.
Sector scanned.
Oh, right. I forgot we have the Stirling generator tech
dust storm
unlocked now. It'd be nice to put these inside, especially with all our dust storms. Let me put it here, because I'm not planning on opening up another dome yet. I'll just build a Stirling generator right over there. It's fairly materially expensive, but we do have enough for it. So lots of empty workplaces and things. Yeah, you're ready to launch, and you're going to bring some extra people. This is going to be an electrostatic dust storm. Not a regular dust storm. Electrostatic. Oof. Lightning strikes can shut down buildings for a time, drain the batteries of our drones. I don't know if they can destroy anything, though. I don't think they can, which is at least we've got that going for us. What I might want to do... I don't usually put down a bunch of charging stations, but it actually might be nice to have a charging station sort of here, because it's not going to be close to any drone hub. It might be convenient. Let's encourage the Stirling generator to get built a little faster here.
Research complete.
Yeah, molten dome, or molten salt. We're gonna have to get you something back. I'd forgotten about the name, and Red Fusion had to remind me to name there, but we'll try to get you back in here. Alright, a little bit more power there. Still not, yeah, there's actually not enough production during the day to maybe fill up our batteries in time. I'll just set up some more wind turbines. And we don't have elevation, and that sort of sucks, but the time when we're gonna have power problems is during a dust storm, and the wind turbines work better during dust storms, so kind of balancing out. Productivity training for engineers and geologists. Okay, still waiting for people. You've got there. I mean, I could use the arc design, but I don't have money. It cost me $100 for that, so you have to keep reusing your shuttle for now. You're in that cycle, which is going to be okay. I mean, I think our food is pretty stable. Getting closer to metal issues. Yeah, which goes away for such a long time after you get your AI to automation, because then your transport's just going around collecting metal non-stop for you. And then at some point we'll get this mine going, although it's a pretty poor mine. It's mostly going to be a trickle of metal to guarantee that the machine parts factory continues to work. Negative oxygen, but yeah, the storm is going on, so that makes sense. A fair amount in storage. I don't know if it's enough. most of this is pretty flat already, but we're just gonna get this started out here. Start trimming away at this mountain, like that. Early on, until you have your well, even with the dozer, you want to put your flatten priority down to 0 or to 1 here, because otherwise your drones could be busy doing that instead of supplying your buildings, which is really bad. You want to set it to 1 so that only idle drones are doing anything. This thing really needs to be harvested. Yeah, no machine parts. I mean, we need people for the machine parts thing. I suppose I could just forcibly move some people around to get this going. We have some people living here already, because they're doing some farming, which is good. I could increase the priority, but... like that. Excess waste rock. So we'll end up with a bunch of it, but that's okay. Because it'll get used for other things afterwards. Does terrain change impact on terraforming at all? So when you do the terraforming itself, it like ruins the fertility of the ground. So if you'd had like, you know, lichen and grasses and trees and everything set up, then terraformed it, it would reset all that. But as far as I know, it doesn't hurt anything like into the future. Land with some machine parts so that our stuff starts working again. Wait. We need machine parts to fix the electronics factory. And I think you need electronics to keep the machine parts factory going. I just built these, Malachi, like 2 seconds ago. So you're not wrong.
Resources are low.
Resources are low. Yeah. And we get paid very little for our rare metals. 20 pers really hurts. Second shift. I mean, they're not full, but that's okay. The Palmer situation is fine now, which is great. And then mostly we need more people there, but we're still getting Martian borns, which is good. Go. We had lots of fuel stored up too, so this is going to be able to launch basically immediately. I really want to bring another group of passengers in. I don't want to be forced to use this for just resupply here. Okay, we have lots of concrete. You're full. We could turn one of these off, or at the very least, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to set them to minimum priority. That's a good idea, just in case there's a power shortage or anything like that. But yeah, it's these the concrete. It's full here. Let me do this. The sooner we get you emptied, yeah, only 105, the better, because then it's one less building we have to maintain. Door to summer. You want to live forever? No, I want to go to heaven. Apparently, the clients of Eternal Summer, a large chronics company, intend to do so. Fearing that the Earth could be destroyed by a cataclysm, the 10 richest customers of Eternal Summer have paid for a rocket to host their cryopods. Launch towards Mars, where they are relying on your colony to resupply the cosmic ark. The Eternal Summer rocket will regularly ask for permission to land. If you supply it, you will receive immediately 150 million upon launch. We'll do it for free. The thing is, like, they require so much material, and it's not worth that much. I'm just gonna say no. Like, they consume a ridiculous amount of materials for, like, relatively small money, is what it feels like. At least that was my memory of it. Maybe I'm remembering it wrong. Not that that's ever happened to me. How dare you suggest that? Yeah, so it's just a rocket. You have to land it somewhere, and then it's like, oh, we want, like, 50 electronics. It's like, oh. Or some damn thing like that. Like a huge chemistry. I don't remember the numbers, but it's something like that.
Funding received.
I remember being unimpressed the last time I did it. But maybe our situation was different. You know, maybe we could really use that extra money. Okay, we're gonna get this passenger rocket here. 22. Just launch at the 19 actually. That'll even like prevent babies from happening, but... and then you're actually going to have some unemployed people unless I do something, which will probably be to open a second... Oh, no. We'll start the mine. Not a great mine, but it'll ensure that we have a consistent... drone commander things. Although, oh, right, but that was always the plan. Oops, I don't think that reached. There we go. Is to go. We have a prefab. We're going to drop the drone hub over here. Goal completed. 3 Saints, because we have 20 Martian-born colonists by the end of Sol 50. There are 3 Saints waiting for us at home. Ah, why didn't I pick them up first? Oh, well, next trip. So I believe the Saints go marching on. I think the Saints boost the morale of all religious people in the dome with them. And since literally every single one of our citizens is religious, that's, like, pretty good. Yeah, so low priority there, which is fine. I'll get those at some point. I guess we should prep some dumping sites. There we go. We have metal storage. You're here. Land there. You have to go here, go into that dome. But then you can just walk to the other. It's going to be okay. We've got a shortage of workers here. How's the balance of workspace? You have vacant work slots.
New colonists
but no more room
have
for
arrived.
people. I mean, I could turn off one of the work shifts. Maybe I'll turn off one of the rare metals work shifts. I think that might be okay. There's one more. So, oh my god, yeah. Was it that close? I didn't realize it was that tight here. Oh, we probably just missed this one, because I don't know if we've had that many deaths, actually. It's a little bit of a challenge to get the 10 founders at 90 comfort. 90 comfort's really intense. The easiest way to do it is you make sure that your founders are not specialists, because then they all have the same default needs, so you don't have to supply them with everything. Like, make sure they don't have any flaws that add an extra need. Make sure they're not specialized, and just bring them down, and then just satisfy their basic needs. And it's a lot easier if you do have the environmentalist or ecologist, whatever, for the special building. Yeah, the hydro engineer, I don't know. Knowing where the water was, I guess was kind of okay. Needing less water, I guess is fine, but it's not that impressive to me. Any anomalies we could check out? No. We could start doing espionage stuff. That sounds rude. Let's go and launch you. Especially, we may need another injection of machine parts before this starts working. It's entirely possible. Terraforming subsidies. Oh, there we go. Tons more money. Nice. Let's get the Martian-borns have extra performance, because we're starting to get some Martian-borns, and we should continue to get plenty as the arc here. At some point, we probably won't need to import any more people. We'll rely entirely on Martian-borns. We're nice because they never get Earth-sick, and there's tons of techs that boost performance and resilience and whatnot of the Martian-born people. I'll give you the factory AI upgrade. Theoretically, we should be fine on machine parts. I may still want to bring in one load of machine parts, just to make sure we've got a bit more of a buffer. I may want to bring a few electronics as well.
There are Earthsick colonists.
Bring up the priority of this. Keep this thing fully loaded all the time. Top priority for repairs. Yeah, I think we do need to bring in some more. But we are going to put a cut in it at this point, since we did go and max out our population. We got a little bit of homeless. Time for us to expand again. We need the apartment tech. The, what is it, Low G Engineering? Or is Low G Engineering the name of the dome one? Anyway. We just getting to the point where it might be nice to have some apartments. Steal play from a rival robber. Is that considered thespionage? Wow, that is terrible. I love it. We can probably change some of our filters. Like, we probably don't care about saying no to vegans now. You know, hopefully they won't live in the dome but the ranch. We can get rid of the ranch at some point. At some point we could start accepting tourists as well. I mean, they're going to want to go home after a bit. Like, they don't work, but they do give you money. And every time, as long as they survive, as long as they don't die... Yeah, I'm not going to downvote tourists. I'll leave them on. As long as they survive, at some point they'll leave. And when they leave, 2 more tourists. So if every one tourist leaves, 2 more tourists show up in the pool. So if you keep having tourists show up and then leaving without dying, you'll do that. And the thing is, the tourists give you money to visit. So you can get a little economy. They don't care about needs. As long as they don't die, if they get like low comfort, they get earth sick, they want to leave, anything like that happens, none of it matters with the tourists. So you can have a dome that is just housing, literally no services. You just set a filter so only tourists can go there. and it's great. And I actually have a mod for automated tourism. What it does, just like how you can have a ship set to automatic trade, right? If you set a ship to automatic, it'll land, fill itself up with fuel and rare metals, leave back to Earth, and then come back and just keep doing that in a loop. So there's a mod that does the same thing with tourists. It goes to Earth, grabs as many tourists as it can, lands on the designated launch pad, picks up any tourists who want to leave, and then just keeps doing the cycle. I mean, it's something you could easily do manually, but it's kind of nice to automate this. So you can just put it down next to the dome, the tourist dome, and money, money, money. Tourists can also have children on Mars so they can leave Popsy behind. Wow. Don't vegans go to hell? That's great. All right, we're gonna put a cut in here, folks. Thanks for watching. Man, I enjoy surviving Mars. So we'll have to decide if we're gonna continue this next Wednesday. Although I suspect we may. And Saturday, I'm wondering if it might be tropical, or unless we continue this on Saturday. You know what? We'll see what kind of mood I'm in. We'll see what kind of mood you guys are in. Let me know on Twitter. Let's get the top of my head back here, since I'm no longer in my role as a space pope, or space pobe, I should say, maybe. So we'll see. Yeah. Let me know on Discord, Twitter, what you guys are in the mood for. There's a couple of other new games I'm checking out, and there's some interesting sponsored stuff coming up next week. No, 2 weeks from now. Tuesday the 25th. There's going to be a very awesome special stream that I'm pumped for. We'll see you then. Bye! Actually, I think Briarstone is streaming. Let's go raid him.